It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, the Colts coming off a tough year, just 4 wins in 2022. Do you think that they can compete this year in the AFC South?
I do, because I think it's a wide-open division, brand new head coach, brand new way of doing things, likely a brand new quarterback, and a defense that I think is a little bit on the underrated side. So yes, absolutely, I think they can compete in their division.
Then for the visiting Rams, they found out the hard way that you need a lot of good fortune when you win a Super Bowl title. And when you don't get that good fortune, as they didn't last year, things can crash down to earth in a hurry.
And none of us really saw this coming. Remember, they were 12-5 the year they won the Super Bowl, went 5-12 last year. Somehow I think this Rams team is better than what we saw last season, adding in a lot of new pieces in order to try and get back to the top of the NFC West.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. It got his man complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Tutu Atwell, 82 yards. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it would get tested on play number 1. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Richardson on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Richardson now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Richardson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Ethan Evans now. Back deep, Isaiah McKenzie. That's taken at around the 40. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Right back to Moss. And now off to the races down the right right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll run on first down with Moss. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Kylan Granson from 10 yards out. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Stafford on 1st down. Open man is Atwell, complete. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 17-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this first quarter. And the Rams have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again here with Moss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
3rd down and 1. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Off play action, Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10. Moss on the give up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Now it's Stafford. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. To return is McKenzie. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Moss. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He'll drop this underneath the Moss, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. On the return is Williams. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll toss this right side to Moss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This pass left side to Downs. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. To the sideline and incomplete. Ben Skoranek, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Stafford. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the option, they'll hand it to Moss.
And a solid run down inside the 30.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either. Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Colts send out their new kicker for 2023, Matt Gay, for the field goal. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. To throw is Stafford. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Julian Blackmon, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And they'll accept that penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to extend their lead. In the 2nd quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention in coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, they'll start out with Morris. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Moss again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. Here's Williams to return. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading them. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the 50, it's Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stafford now to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. To the air again, Stafford. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Stafford on first down. Open man is Atwell, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second down and 3. Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Richardson. They'll run the screen with Moss. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Certainly not the best of throws that time from the rookie QB.
And now he'll need the support from the home crowd and the hometown fans because they know they've got a gem here. They know they've got a good player, but there will be mistakes along the way. They want to show some patience in order to help him along.
2-2 Atwell and company get back onto the field for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Stafford. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Dallas Flowers. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 1. Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Second down, here's Richardson. And his throw is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that flag accepted. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. McKenzie now to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Colts getting ready to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Moss. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 49 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. LA readies for its next possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you? Taking it right down Broadway. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Stafford. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Stafford. Screen play set up for Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
2 yards to go. 2nd down. Play action. Stafford. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. And he was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Stafford. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. That is caught. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Marr able to put this one through, and they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Right back to Moss. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give to Williams, running right. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dio Odengbo just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But they need to make something happen for a chance at a comeback, and I'd say that qualifies. They took advantage of the play-action pass by the offense, ran right through it, and got a big sack in a big moment.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that one to the right side and incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll go again here with Moss. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, here's a run with Moss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
Still 3rd down.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Richardson. Buying time to his left. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
I'm shaking my head and chuckling a little bit now, although it's not funny for anyone trying to block Aaron Donald. But you know, all week long, they say to themselves, don't give up any sacks, and they just gave up 1 there. They double-team him, they triple-team him, they try to isolate and make sure that Aaron Donald can't get to their quarterback, and he always seems to find a way. He's not just a physical presence, he plays a game with a great football IQ. Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
3rd down, here's a run by Moss. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
That one's on Quentin Nelson, the all-pro guard.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Moss on the give up the middle.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gay's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense coming back out, and there's Van Jefferson leading him.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Stafford now to throw.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now it's Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Here comes 2nd down. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
This is 1st and 10.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
On the return, it's Flowers. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So Richardson and the Colts now down by 7. A little over 20 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now Richardson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Richardson to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.